DanDaDan, season 1, episode 12, final episode.
We beg you.
Oh no.
Take her to your place.
Man, this house is getting some guests. They just take all their work home.
Things plastic and don't even eat.
Why
But
are
it
you
loves.
stressing about her? Where's her guy at?
Yeah, where's the other one?
He went back to the chemistry lab.
Why?
He said, as long as my Hana's safe, I'll go back to my old job.
Man, that running must have felt so good for a mannequin.
No one else can help because no one else has a big heart like you.
Well, if you put it that way. We're all on board. See, Gigi's a good guy as well. They all saw the same thing. Came to the same conclusion.
On the ball? Was it the kids?
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Oh, we have more
Turns out
golden...
it was just a Christmas ornament.
Oh, then why are they alive?
Are you gonna stay and eat with us?
Oh, thank you. I'd love to.
Stand up straight. Oh man, I got some brotherly instincts for Ken.
Dude, Okarun, man, that transformation was so sick.
See, Gigi's a good guy. And his shoulders are very broad.
Let me give you a hand with that.
Thanks.
It just comes so naturally to him. He's so free.
Dad.
What are you doing?
So free, so fun.
Fall.
We can just lean into his masculine, strong, fun energy.
You had lint in your hair.
I didn't see any lint. I didn't see proof of the lint.
He ain't helping move.
Thank me again, and I will.
You're lucky.
And it's gonna spiral because now he's thinking about it a lot.
If I let you go now, I'll regret it the rest of my life. Messiah!
These two things are not the same though.
You had lint!
Oh yeah, see there's the forcedness. There it is. I didn't see any lint that time either. Momo in fact had 0 lint in her hair.
I'm going to take a stand and fight.
For what?
And no one else is competing. Oh no, this is horrible. Stop doing whatever it is that you're doing. Oh, thank God. Gigi saved him. Sweet, merciful release.
You're kicking the dust up.
Sorry, ma'am.
Hey, Momo. Since you're staying
Like
at
how it's their
Gigi's
fault that her
this
house is
weekend,
dirty.
Make sure you pack enough undies.
I won't need undies where I'm going. Oh no. That's what Ken is thinking. I don't wear undies at Gigi's house. No one does. You can't compete with somebody who's doing something naturally and who is doing them as a function of his character and spirit rather than competing. It's just a death spiral, and I don't think there's any way to really will yourself there. Ken Takaraka cannot will himself into being Gigi for just oh so many reasons. I mean, generally speaking, if you're competing against someone who's not aware of the competition, you've already lost. That tells the whole story already. I see this a lot, and I do sympathize because I also fall into this of like spending a lot of energy hating someone who doesn't know you exist. It's like, wow, for someone who you think is terrible, they sure are commanding a lot of your life essence. They have command over your life and emotions without even knowing you exist. That's probably an L, right? To look at this constructively and try to figure out what would Ken do in this situation. There's an acceptance that it's not all in your hands. It's not him and Ken's desires. Momo is a person. A lot of it is out of your hands, and that's okay. You want the best outcome for all concerned. So it's not a matter of like gaming it, or trying to figure out the right thing. Once you can sort of like let go, step back on the attachment to the outcome and really focusing on what's important, which is what's best for all. The correct pathway is honesty and all the other usual just good stuff. Ken is a good guy and Momo sees that he's a good guy. Ken trying to be a good Gigi is the opposite. It's an act, it's a game, it's a mask. It comes across as kind of wily and deceptive. Ken being the best Ken he can be lets Momo interact with Ken, and then if it works out, it works out. I mean, I think you can ask to go. Not this is not it. That's you don't want to freak out about. Yeah. Oh, and you could have just asked that. Would you? Yeah, I would like to support.
The sooner we do, the sooner Gigi can go back to living in his own.
Away from us, far, far away from Momo. You're acting a bit strange. Take Ira. You gotta take Ira. Somebody invite Ira.
Is it cool to be here after hours? We're not
No.
tearing up the place, just messing with the Ouija board.
This is how Jujutsu Kaisen got started. We all know how that turned out.
Something's coming.
Whose idea was this?
Out of the way!
Yeah! My favorite side character. Nothing will stop him. He took the train?
Wait for me, Hana! Don't you worry, I'm coming! Hana!
I don't think there's as much urgency this time. Oh no! It's okay, we can reassemble him. We can rebuild him stronger. Forget the other plot stuff. We need to... Yeah, we need to... Oh no.
It's already 4 a.m.
Nice that she waited till 4 a.m. Well, it turns out he was in fact stopped twice.
I'll hang right here till your boy shows up. Probably just down the road.
He's down in the road.
Woman.
He's on a road. Technically correct. This is really sad. I'm going to be heartbroken for this anatomical model. I see. Yes, he made it!
I'm here.
Oh my god, this is the most romantic love story I've ever seen.
I love you.
And what chance does Ken and Momo's romance have in light of the mannequin romance? Can we, I don't know, can we get them real bodies or something?
Yo, next time wake me up when you get here.
You are a saint. Thank you. I appreciate you keeping Hana company.
How did they get
I
put
might
back
have
together?
Trouble tonight, but from now on, I'll be here by 2 a.m. Promise.
Whoa, you're coming every night?
We can't be staying up to 2 a.m., 4 a.m. every night for mannequins. Sorry.
What the hell? I can't get this.
Or maybe it's following him. Maybe it's not the house. You thought it was the house, but it's you.
Because of him.
Man, I don't know what to think. I'm crying for Silky. I'm cheering for and moved by the anatomical mannequin. I cannot judge this fandom based on appearance alone. I refuse. It just doesn't feel right. He's heartbreakingly innocent until proven guilty.
This one! Dude, you suck at playing old maid.
You guys are ganging up on me. Stupid game.
Very adult reaction.
I'm done playing.
Don't be like that. We were just joking with you.
Totally. Look, I brought a ton of candy. Help yourself.
Candy for the baby.
Flashback. Oh, these are my favorites.
Alright, okay, this is not fair. This is dirty. He just like bribes people with snacks. This actually is looking a little bit insecure. It crosses a line at a certain point. Like, if you are always doing the right thing at the right time, that's a gift, that's talent. But sometimes you come across people who like, they're scripting it. They are creating the illusion of spontaneity and care. I mean, that's a very cynical reading for Gigi. He might just love candy. But it's possible that like, he actually doesn't feel like he's worthy of anyone's love. Maybe it is true that the reason he's so loud is because he needs attention. And so he's scripting moments that will make people like him. Because I like him, it wouldn't be annoying, it would be cute. I'm also calling Gigi's voice actor a W for the dub. Dub is still fighting. Because it's actually really hard to do this sort of exuberance in a way that isn't annoying. You have to actually feel it as an actor, I think, and actually enjoy what you're doing and not feel embarrassed. Actually, I think the dub is really great.
I mean, I was tearing up like Creamy Mommy. Woo! I'm jealous.
I don't know what Creamy Mommy is, and I want to know.
I'm being.
This is good, though. That's...
And it makes me sick.
Okay, this is great. Most people would not even get to this point.
I need to focus on something else.
Yes.
Like getting my nut back.
That's important, yeah. Out of all the things you could focus on getting your nut back. Think about all the things you can do when you get your nut back.
My nut!
Way too much.
No,
You don't understand what it's like, Momo. I don't think you're qualified.
It's kind of a long story.
Oh, because I totally thought it was like that one meme. These nuts!
There it is, finally. It's either D's nuts or Deej nuts. Me and Gigi are on the same frequency.
Nut jokes are so out, I swear.
These nuts will always be funny.
At this rate, my heart's going to explode.
I sympathize. It's a tough spot. It's hard to like let go and have fun.
Attention.
You're just gonna interrupt their fun.
Talk about the sushi no-go now!
I don't know what that is, but the delivery.
I believe that Tsuchinoko will be the next cryptid to be proven real.
Maybe it will. Maybe this is foreshadowing.
It's got a legend of a giant snake. It's even got a shrine that's like 200 years old dedicated to it. It's called Tsuchinoko Shrine.
No way!
Oh, he also knows about this and is stealing his thunder in the way that he's good at stealing her attention. Lost at your own game.
Cryptid shrines aren't that uncommon for what it's worth. Let's see him top that.
Whoa, look at that freaky thing.
It hurts
What?
because he's
I didn't know they were real.
because he's not competing.
He's real too.
He's just genuinely like interested and warm. I was thinking when Ken pulled this terrible stratagem that would be a fork in the road for Gigi. In sort of the role that Gigi's occupying right now, the way it often appears in media, there's the very common route of like, what are you, some kind of nerd? And using it to belittle him. But he went the opposite route, which is really gracious. He's actually interested. Actually, I think one of the hidden paths here that wouldn't occur to Ken in this moment is that he might really get along with Gigi. They could actually end up being really good friends.
The image you saw is called the surgeon photograph. Experts determined it was fake, but I saw a real one.
There we go. Here we go.
No way.
Now Momo's
Take me to
getting
it.
jealous.
It's the first time I've talked to someone other than Miss Ayase about this stuff.
This worked out in an unexpected way.
You're so cool, Okarun. You know.
Oh no! Oh no! You can't hate this dude. You cannot hate him. Just take my girl.
You're friends with Momo, right? Don't that make me a friend too? Don't it?
Oh, it's so beautiful it hurts. Especially given the
Sorry,
all the frustration.
I wish you were more unlikable.
Right, that's a very honest thing to say. I want to hate him.
Damn it.
That's a real thing. You just can't.
I thought your dad was a teacher.
He studies volcanoes, and the local college hired him. That's why he packed us up and moved us.
There's
out.
just too much foreshadowing for me to guess what the next demon will be. Maybe it's you. Why does everyone look like that?
You're kidding.
We are in hell.
Yeah.
It's like my last apartment. What about all that training you did?
Ooh, here it is.
Oh, just one more flight of steps. Okay. Chupa chupa.
Just a plain old house.
Are you sure?
That's how they get
The
you.
other medium said it was the evilest thing they ever felt.
Well, I feel tired.
They were just trying to sell you salt. And why do they look like that?
What do you think, Miss Ayase? Do you see any weird auras?
It's not the house. I think that much is clear. He didn't tell them about the visions he was having.
It can hide all it wants to. I got its number.
Maybe it is related to loneliness.
Massage man?
Because it doesn't come out when Gigi's with other people. It's when he was alone in his room.
Yeah, that hits the spot. I could
Okay,
really
this
use
is
a
overboard.
drink right now too. Something sweet, please.
Okarun, don't be the one getting the drink. Okay, okay. Whew.
Did you say you couldn't see anything just so you could go to the hot springs?
Not even. There's nothing here now.
This is good bonding time with Gigi. Yeah.
You're really leaving us? If something evil shows up, we're dead!
Not gonna happen. I'll be back here before it gets dark.
It is true how Momo's kind of the anchor of their abilities. Their fighting demon abilities.
I brought you a glass of the sweetest juice in our fridge. Momo.
She just left to find a hot spring to soak in.
Dang it. I wanted to go soak with her too.
How about we both go to the hot springs together? It is kind of weird though, like even if you have a good rapport with someone, if you've only hung out with them in groups or as a trio or whatever, and suddenly you're alone, there's a new kind of space that you have to fill. You wouldn't think it would be difficult, but sometimes it's difficult. It's hit me this episode, what a great pair they are. Forgive me for writing a fanfic again, but it occurred to me that they actually might not be that different in one of their fundamental motivations, perhaps just different ways of coping with it. One of Ken's leading influences is his loneliness, and he's a great kid, but one of the behaviors that's colored sort of darkly by that motivation is that he sort of plays up the misery. The woe is me, you would never like someone like me, I guess I'll just go die, you know, that kind of feeling. An attempt at sort of pulling. Gigi at first glance feels a little bit better, adjusted and more confident, but it's possible he's also suffering from loneliness. And the opposite approach is the push. Like, I'm gonna give so much, whether it's energy or candy, that I will like earn it, you know, I'll earn my worth. There's a lot of added layers of complexity to what often is just a simple thing of being lonely or wanting companionship or just something very basic. It's hard to say what you really need sometimes, but I think the truth is always right and usually the best path long term. And truth doesn't have to be a confession. It doesn't have to be a request. I think it has more to do with authenticity, not trying to do things that are unnatural for the hope of some kind of reward, and also simultaneously refining your understanding of what good is. For me, the moments that feel best for characters are always the honest ones. It doesn't matter what they're saying. It doesn't matter how high or how low they are. Like the moment on the train when Ken was admitting he was jealous and that he hates being jealous. Like, yeah, I get that. That's real. Also in this loneliness theory for Gigi, well, it's probably overall a good thing to be in a very high category of something, whether that's good looks or money or insane talent, very high esteem or something. There is also a special brand of loneliness that can form from that because people aren't honest with you. They want something from you. They want to be in your orbit. So there are no lines. There's no interplay. It's just you in a void and everyone wraps around your void. A lot of people like that often end up acting out, trying to find where the lines are, but there are no lines because people have sort of acquiesced to following your whim.
You can kick that ball like a champ. You're so cool.
Nobody would say that.
Come on, man. Pass it. Oh, right. So you in love with Momo?
Well, here we are. Speaking of honesty.
Okarun doesn't have any guy friends. If I were there, I'd just be in the way.
Oh, is that a deliberate move from Momo? That was...
Okarun.
Well, she just wanted to do the hot springs, let's be real. But also, it was a great choice.
Miss Ayase is the first friend I ever had. I respect her.
You can be honest.
Special to me.
I mean, that is also true, but
I feel that, bro.
just say what you're thinking.
I totally love her personality and her face.
I do too.
Wait, you said you respected her.
Right.
You forced my hand.
Everything plus I love her eyes. There.
Oh no, we're actually competing now.
Including that. Plus, I love her mouth. There. I win. Nope.
Only one way to settle this. With soccer.
She's my childhood friend. I win.
Ooh. And he posed on you.
I won.
What? How come? What you got the top childhood friend, huh?
No. Never mind.
What?
The time, wait, you're talking about the time you ran into each other and your mouths bumped? Either he's misremembering or I am. Oh, Okarun. If only kissing someone was a binding vow. Turns out it's not, but I definitely understand your mind rationalizing it that way.
These walls are kind of high for an open-air hot spring.
So Mineta can't climb them. Not that that would really stop him.
We got company. And I'll be damned if she ain't the cutest thing ever.
Why does this keep happening to Momo?
Let's be pals and shake on it.
We gotta clear this up.
Sure, that sounds good.
Don't trust him. Yeah.
Damn you little bastard! If Messiah saw this, he'd call you a cheater! Say it, Ron! Say it! Say it! Never!
Yeah, they're gonna be great friends.
Your house is bigger on the outside.
Hidden room?
I don't remember there being any rooms on that side.
How did no one notice this until now? Weirdly, this happened to my father. He like discovered a room in his house he didn't know existed after like 3 years of living there, which is terrifying and awesome. But it was in the basement, so it made sense why he didn't know about it.
This place is bigger outside than in. Wonder if there's another room behind it.
Maybe that's the source of the haunting.
Hey, sweetie, you know about gators?
A little? Why are they all on the same page? Why are they coordinating? Too bad there are no bathtubs present we could hit them with. Oh yeah, that's definitely something.
Maybe they're like a wolf pack. If I take out
They're moving in formation.
the rest will scatter.
Oh no. This is awful. This is gonna cliffhanger. This is gonna cliffhanger, isn't it? Yeah, this is probably something we should look into. Damn it. I gotta wait. It's not the cliffhanger that bothers me, actually. It's just that the show's over. I really enjoyed watching this weekly. It's so much fun. I really like everyone. Super Granny, not so sure, but, you know, I'll like her as time goes on. It sucks that both the first episode and the last episode of this half end with Momo in this same terrible situation. I guess whatever it is corrupting the whole town. Thoughts on the first half of season 1? I think it's probably obvious that I loved it. I really enjoyed it. I think the obvious first impression of the show is that it's just sort of lighthearted fun. And it is very fun. It's got one of those silly but open premises that allows for just about anything. I mean, like, basically anything supernatural we can throw in here, kitchen sink style. So that just opens the doors to the creativity element of it. The animation is really fun. It borrows a lot of really great stuff from other shows. It's got a sick opening, which sort of both encapsulates and creates the overall vibe, as openings do. But what's so cool about it is that it's obviously so much more than that. I think the show would be kind of a binge watch that you wouldn't think too much more of later if it weren't for that. If it weren't for Momo, Ken, and now Gigi. Ira to this point is still kind of a more whimsical character, but I mean, obviously she's going to have some depth. Gigi too. I mean, Gigi too also is going to have a lot of depth. We can sort of have faith in that from the other things we've seen from Ken and Momo, who are more established up to this point. And also how they treat episodes like the one with Silky's backstory, which was phenomenal. It's one of the best standalone episodes I've ever seen. So there's clearly a ton of heart here. And although it's supernatural, at heart I feel like it's actually kind of a slice of life show. It's something that is probably relatable to everyone in some extent. It's got themes of growing up, the question of how do you form your identity, how do you mold yourself and form yourself into something really great and someone who likes what they are and enjoys their life, with the counteracting forces of both wild animalistic urges and emotions and kind of the cold sterileness of authority in society that kind of wants to nerf you and rob you of those very things, which is how I'm reading the aliens. They're from this advanced quote-unquote society that they got to by castrating themselves and now are longing for it, and the demons who are just balls of rage and sadness and jealousy and what have you. How do you take on really big things like generosity and reciprocal relationships while your instincts are screaming at you to fight for the girl that you have a crush on? How are you supposed to bootstrap yourself and have the right process to develop a good life while you're still figuring out what that process is? How do you build anything good out of the state where you're, one, born into a void of knowledge with no structure as an informational almost blank slate, and two, the rigidities of the rules you're born into of people telling you the way things are since you don't know. Like, because you're born an infant with nothing and you must have something, you lean on those that are older, but if you're paying attention, you quickly find out they're not infallible either. They are just the previous iteration of you that's passing along things from before them. And so there's like a critical thinking that needs to happen, a separation from them while also balancing out the chaos of being in that void. It's both an adventure and a coming of age tale, but with characters I've really come to like over this season and I'm rooting for and want to see more of. I have a feeling this season, like most first seasons, had the challenge of setting up the foundation and the baseline and the world. Now that that's more established, I'm really excited to see what can be built from there.